Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. We are somewhere in the game. I have no recollection of where we left off. Okay. Apparently we wake up sweaty. I think didn't we just draw? We just drew and we're sweaty? I'm pretty sure that just drawing doesn't produce copious amounts of sweat, but I can be wrong. I don't know. I wake up all sweaty as if I had run a half marathon in my sleep. Odd. I don't recall sleeping badly. It sends a little pang of worry through me. I wouldn't want to have my heart acting up without being able to notice it. Still, apart from this odd exhaustion right after waking up, I'm feeling just fine. My mouth is like sandpaper, and I have nothing to drink. So I have to go all the way to the bathroom to take my meds. On impulse, I decide to take a shower while I'm at it. Didn't we shower last night? We're showering again in the morning? I guess you woke up sweaty, but that's pretty bad for your skin, Hisao. Get some lotion. While I'm in the shower, I make up my mind that this counts as morning exercise if I properly compensate with a nice half-hour walk after school. Obviously, I wouldn't want to risk possible complications by going running now. Besides, Emmy will never know, and I think she's giving up on me in any case. Walking could be nice, anyway, just to get to know the area. There's a big forest in the hills behind the school, or I could go down to the convenience store. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I thought that Kinji was entering because there's a black thing in the back, but it's just that the cloudiness went away. While still dabbing the moisture off my skin, I set out to find my uniform. I quickly button up my shirt and pull on my pants before going outside. Normally during this time of the year, I'd be turning this down a little bit. I'd be eagerly awaiting summer vacation. Having only been at school for a little over a week, I don't really have that kind of feeling. Makes sense? I'm still savoring the school life and considering the sharp and awkward turn my life has taken. I haven't had the time to become preoccupied with getting free of it. Besides, once vacations hit, it'll be a nice surprise for me, if I'm not expecting it, especially with the end-of-term exams looming ahead. At least I don't have any catching up to do with my studies. My diligence has finally paid off. I push myself past the boys gathered in the doorway and flop into my seat. From the corner of my eye, I can see Shizune and Nisha pause their unavoidably animated conversation and turn almost simultaneously in my direction. They clearly want something from me. I can tell from the way Shizune smiles. It's too obnoxiously bright to be sincere and too calculated to be spontaneous. Good morning. Her greeting is made of 100% cheer and bursting energy. Morning. I failed to put either of those into my response. Damn. You don't look very energetic. No wonder. I don't feel very energetic either. I think I didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure. She slaps me in the back and grins. Cheer up a bit. It's a great day. I catch Shizune's eyes. She has a strange focused expression on her face, but she furrows her brow a little at direct eye contact and looks away. For a moment, I think that Shizune caught a glimpse of my worries somehow, and is pondering how to respond, but then she quickly straightens her glasses, and with them her expression. Anyway, we were wondering if you're still interested in that student council position, because we're going to make an offer that you can't decline. Wait, what? I wasn't really interested in the first place. You're putting words in my mouth. Not as such, but wouldn't it be nice to hang out with us every day while also being useful to your school? Well, to tell you the truth, I kind of joined a club, so it'd actually be sort of hard for me to join the council too. Even if I wanted to, which I don't, as I said.
Is that so? Which club is it, Hee-chan?
The art club. Shizune's eyes glint in a sinister way as she scowls at me with the way she looks. I'll be expecting the art club to lose its funding more before lunch break, or the art teacher to mysteriously disappear from the face of the earth. Before she manages to comment, the teacher finally enters the classroom, getting Shizune and Misha off my back, and sending everyone rummaging in their bags for books and pens. I did join the art club, but the first meeting didn't really boost my confidence. I'm not really sure what I'm doing it for. I wish I could draw like Rin, but I don't know what I would do if I could. To what end would I use such a skill? I don't really know. Oh, I just draw. Oh, look, paper. Can I draw on it? No. Whoops. Ignoring the teacher's sleep-inducing voice, I opened my notebook to an empty page and pressed the needle-sharp graphite tip of the pencil onto it. What to draw? I can't really think of anything good to draw. As I hesitate and raise my hand, a meek black mark left on the previously blank paper seems aggravating. I can't even seem to get to the starting line, let alone get started. It's almost a physical feeling of being held back. Annoyingly, it reminds me of my failed attempt at jogging with Emmy. Aw. I look out of the window in desperation. Right then, a small bird takes flight from one of the cherry trees that's growing everywhere on the school grounds. I can't really see it clearly, and it's not like I could tell one tiny bird from another, but I pick it as my best subject anyway. Conjuring up the image of a bird in my mind's eye, I turn my gaze back to the notebook and deliberately draw a thick line across the paper to get started. It seems to be mocking me as I can't follow up right away. Still, it's a start. Getting started is good. I'm wondering how this is going to end up being a bird. I slowly sketch the picture on the notebook page, the image in my brain becoming clear as the drawing takes shape. It's really nothing, just the nameless nothing bird on paper, but that's not important. My hesitation fades in the background along with the teacher's voice as I continue my struggle. The feathers form a simple pattern in my mind, but on paper it's a mess of too many rough lines despite my best efforts. Oh, this is pretty decent. I realize that I don't really know what a bird's wing should look like, even if I try to think about it. I even put the pencil down and closed my eyes for a moment, trying to trace the shape of a wing in my mind. Being this serious about it all of a sudden makes me a little frustrated. Art class in middle school was the easy class in between exhausting subjects like math or Japanese. But there's this other side to art, the one that you see when you don't just fool around. Aw, bird. It's almost like a completely different thing.
Hee-chan?
I look up to see two girls staring back at me. Misha and Shizune have carried their chairs to my desk and are now standing by my sides looking at my drawing. You coming over here to judge me? I'm trying to draw a bird. How long have you two been there?
I think you need more practice.
Shizune draws a few sharp signs in the air between herself and Misha.
Shi-chan agrees.
Rin said the exact same thing yesterday, but why did it sound less condescending? You shouldn't judge before I'm finished. Besides, don't you know it's bad luck to see an unfinished piece of work? Misha cracks in exuberant laughter.
What? Don't be silly. There's no way that could be true.
Whatever. Shizune's eyebrows furrow dangerously and the movements of her hands become abrupt like the slashing of a knife.
You should learn to take constructive criticism better.
I would if you'd actually offer some. I know I'm getting too defensive and that Shizune is taking advantage of it, but I can't help it. What are you two doing here anyway? Misha wags her finger admonishingly at my nose.
Tisk tisk, Hee-chan. Were you not listening to the teacher at all? We have a group assignment now.
I nod bleakly and let them take the lead.
So what do you think of the lesson for today?
Not much of anything. I didn't listen to a word of it. Misha slaps her forehead and shakes her head theatrically.
What are we going to do with you, Hee-chan?
Luckily, Shizune and Misha together are more effective than 3 or 4 normal people, so I can mostly slack on the assignment. I try my best to offer at least some assistance, but I end up being mostly useless. That's because you weren't paying attention. You were drawing birds. The teacher keeps us in class 5 minutes past the lunch bell, but eventually lets us off the hook. Thank you, Mutao. I'm hungry. Or Muto. I keep saying Mutao. Those are different letters. I quickly stuff my books into my bag while Shizune and Misha carry their chairs back to their own seats. The failure of a bird drawing ends up crumpled and stuffed in my pocket as I hurry outside. Is it the next day? Already? We just skipped the whole day? We just got yelled at? Well, I guess I'll have to wait for another day, 'cause this is too short. After that morning class and throughout the week, I keep bumping into Rin. Hello. This is somewhat natural as our classrooms are adjacent, but rather than just cross paths in the hallway like people regularly do, we seem to pause at the sight of each other. We invariably end up talking a little bit, or just silently hanging out together. I think I'm getting used to being quiet in Rin's company, as it doesn't feel as awkward anymore. I am by nature somewhat introverted like her, so we fit together well. I think it's actually an anomaly for someone in this school to be so quiet. Most people here seem to love socializing. It's something that I've noticed already, even though I haven't been here very long. People here talk a lot, and they talk all the time. It's a rare case when I see someone sitting alone just spacing out or whatever. Obviously there are people like that here too. That Hanako girl and myself, just to name 2 from my own class, but overall they are a minority. At any rate, I wouldn't exactly call what Rin and I do socializing either, but it's something at least. These occurrences themselves don't bother me, but the fact that they happen at all does. I hesitate to say that we are drawn together by something, but we certainly act as if we were. However, this sense of budding friendship is completely wrecked every time Rin opens her mouth. Can I listen to your heartbeat? She says this, or something else about as outrageous, and I have to fend off whatever nonsense her mind has cooked up during the preceding class of a subject that she is not interested in. It seems Rin has taken a shine to my heart condition as some kind of extension of her interest in odder disabilities that people have here, and the consequences of said afflictions. As I stand in front of her for a second too long, looking as flummoxed as I am, she concludes it is necessary to further clarify her request. I know I can, but I mean, will you let me? Why? Do I need a reason? I'm usually pretty bad with reasons. Not per se, but if you want to do it, you probably do have a reason. That's kinda clever. You are smarter than you look. Also, I'd rather you not. I think these things should be private. Private, I get it. I can tell you something though, if it amuses you, I'm pretty sure it will. My heartbeat does sound very weird because of the, condition. And I hear it all the time. So you're paranoid. It's not a question, it's a statement. No, I'm not paranoid. The doctor said that abnormal attention to heartbeat is a common symptom of my condition. So for you, it's normal to be paranoid. It's not a question either. One could also say that me being like this in the first place isn't normal either, but what the heck? Paranoia fits me fine. I don't think it's something that actually can fit anyone, or anywhere. I don't know, it fits Kenji. I ate an orange today for breakfast. Whoa! Okay. How was it? Just got whiplash from that topic change, Jesus. I'm vaguely proud of myself, managing to keep up with Rin's sudden change of topic. Excellent. I don't remember when I last ate an orange, because it's annoying to peel one. It's on the list of things I want to learn properly. How come you ate one then? Emmy had some, so she peeled one for me. Good for you. Rin stretches her back and yawns and says nothing further. She throws me a glance from the corner of her eye while she watches people pass by, but I couldn't say why. I realize, though, that this is the first time I've talked naturally about my condition with anyone in a way. A group of boys walk past us in Rin's classroom, but she doesn't pay them any mind. They pay none to her either. My mind wanders off, spurred by the silence. Maybe I should have let her listen to my heart. It's not like it matters. Nothing really matters that much at the end of the day. Okay, Hisao. I start feeling depressed for no reason again. It's like a tidal wave out of nowhere rolling over my consciousness, submerging me in underwater. I feel a sigh coming out of my mouth, and I turn away from Rin, pretending to read a poster on the wall. It's an advertisement for the school festival, promoting an event almost a week past. The difference between me and Rin is that I'll be more likely than not dead before turning 30, while she can't eat oranges without help. I mean, you don't know. I can't decide which one of us is worse off. She might be able to eat oranges if she could grow her toenails out. She could just... I mean, it'd still be hard, but maybe. I try to grasp the passing of time, but it seems hard. I'm still used to the rhythm of the hospital, where trivialities such as the day of the week or time of day didn't really matter. Everything was the same, no matter what. Rediscovering the significance of time is an oddly disorienting experience, and I find myself enjoying the fact that I can categorize events in this fashion. The relevancy of a ticking clock is surprisingly delightful, and I decide to start wearing an analog wristwatch, something I didn't used to do before. When I finally ask Rin on Thursday about something that's been bothering me for the entire week, it's already lunchtime. Oh look, an arm appeared inside of the stopwatch. That's crazy. The time is somewhere between 11:06 and 11:07. As my watch doesn't have a hand to show seconds, it's an old-fashioned kind with a black leather strap and a titanium casing. It doesn't look flashy, but a wristwatch doesn't need to. Hey. Remember that sketch you made of me? How you said I looked grim and gloomy or something? I'd like to know what you meant by that. She gives me a weird look and tilts her head a few degrees to the left, but doesn't say anything for a while. Well, you see, we've known each other for 2 weeks, and I haven't seen you smile, even once. Her striking observation gives me pause. Have I stopped smiling? I have to take what she says as truth. She has no reason to lie. Something about the way she puts it annoys me. I frown at Rin, then try to correct my expression to look less depressed. I haven't been in the cheeriest moods during the past few months or so, this is true. Does it show that much that someone like Rin can tell after so little contact with me? Should I try to smile more at Rin? Maybe she could appreciate it, having such a neutral face herself almost all the time. Have I really stopped smiling? I see. Should I smile more? I don't mind either way. Be as you are. You can't help being Hisao anyway. But it bothers you? I just noticed it, that's all. Emmy skips along the hallway, jumps to a sharp stop when she reaches us, and lightly pats Rin's shoulder.
Ready for lunch?
Depends on what lunch is today. Remember that stew from March? Never again. That.
Let's go anyway, I'm starving.
As they are about to depart, Emmy turns from her friend to me, seemingly as an afterthought, and smiles charmingly.
By the way, Hisao.
Her tone is way too sweet and soft to be sincere. I can sense the trap about to be sprung upon me by this miniature health devil. I know what she's about to say even before she continues because I've been trying to avoid her all week.
I still haven't seen you at the track this entire week.
Maybe I've been there, or when you haven't.
That's impossible. I'm there all the time.
But you sleep and go to class.
I do those at the same time you do.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't been able to pick myself up. Don't rat me out to the nurse, okay? Running just isn't my thing, and I haven't come up with a good alternative.
Why don't you come to the track meet this weekend? Maybe you'll get inspired.
Track meet?
Yeah, people from a few other schools come here for some friendly track and field action. It's on Sunday afternoon.
I can't think of any reason not to go. Sure, I'll come and cheer for you. I guess you'll be running?
Of course. You'll get to see me beat them all. But bye now. If I don't get something to eat, I'll die.
See you later. Bye, Rin. I promise I'll smile next time. I call after her as a bit of an afterthought afterward. I feel embarrassed about it and wonder why I said anything at all. 'Cause you're a nerd. Look, it's the same CG. We're staring at ourselves in the mirror with like a little face. That night, when I'm doubly certain that Kenji won't be barging in the bathroom, I look in the mirror and smile at my reflection. That's not what a smile looks like, Hisao. I know it's been a while, but that needs work. The me in the mirror smiling at the me in the bathroom looks awfully fake. Oof. Is it a...
Okay, I know this is a little short one, but it's already been 2 days and 2 little boop 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 boops. For some reason they've been super duper short, but I will leave it off here, and we will play more tomorrow. Well, I think I'm gonna be playing more in 1 second, but you won't see it till the next day. Yeah. Bye!